The Podbreed Network is strictly for the small podcasts that are up and coming in the vast world of podcasting. Podbreed is made up of many diverse podcasts coming together to achieve the same goal of being the best damn podcast network on the planet. Find out more at podbreed.com.
This is Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell. You listen to the XY show, and I think you'll really enjoy it. If you don't, oh well.
The opinions expressed on the X and Y show are the sole opinions of the host. Please note, there is no intentional desire to offend any member of the listening audience. With that said, if you still feel offended, tough shit.
It's time for the X and Y show with your host, Mr. Roosevelt. He talks about man topics, lady topics, and relationships. He talks about love, sex, and infidelities. He even gives good tips. There is no other show that compares to the X and Y show.
Oh yeah. Sit back, take your clothes off, and relax. It's time for the X and Y show, where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. The only place on the planet that tackles the topics that everyone wants to talk about, but no one is brave enough to address. Nothing escapes X and Y, baby. Now, here's your host, Roosevelt Colbert.
And greetings. How's everyone doing this evening? Is everyone naked? Is everyone doing sexual things? Because if you're not, you should be. Welcome to the XY Show, and I'm your host, Roosevelt. How you doing? I know I'm a little late, but, I don't think that really matters much. As long as you get a new episode every week, I think that's what's important. But it's a little hard for me to stay on schedule now because I'm getting ready to move and doing all kind of shit, and I'm trying to make it with movers because I'm not doing it. Those days of moving myself is long gone. Not doing it. So finalizing with movers, you got to get the good movers. You got to segment from the good movers from the knuckleheads, the people that just have trucks. You got to be careful. People just have trucks that look professional. Doesn't mean they're still fuck ups. So, you got to, weed those out and make sure you get good folks. So I've been doing that and been a little busy. And for those of you who have done it before, which I'm sure a lot of you have, moving is a bitch. And I'm just moving from apartment to apartment. Some of you have moved from house to house. That shit is, I don't even want to imagine that. Yeah, moving is a bitch. So, sorry, I'm a little late, but hey, better late than never, right? A lot of things have happened, recently, I should say, kind of recent. A lot of divorces. Megan Good has divorced her husband. And I don't know Megan Good from Apple, but I'm just, saying that her marriage ended. Lisa Bonet to her husband. That lasted a lot longer than I thought it would, because she's 10 years older, and I just thought it wouldn't last long. But it did. But they're breaking up. But it lasted longer than I thought. But and I don't know her either. But I just hate to see people break up. It's become so common these days. People getting divorced. And you're like, oh, okay, what's new? But a family is breaking up. Those kids, they're gonna be affected by their parents splitting up. Now, I don't think Megan Good had kids, but Lisa Bonet and Aquaman, I forget his name. I forget that motherfucking name with all the tattoos. But anyway, I think they had kids. So, that affects the kids. That affects the family. And I hate to see that shit. Even though I don't know them personally, but I hate to see families breaking up. And I think that's something that has become too common in today's world. Divorces, and people are like, oh, well, yeah, so what? Yeah, she'll find another husband soon. That's a family breaking up. Even Kanye and Kim Kardashian breaking up, and that's going to affect the kids. All of that shit that's going to be going on. So the kids have to get used to seeing another man eventually, because, Kim going to have another man. Could be me. Yeah. But, so another man got to come and the kids got to get used to that. That fucks with kids' heads, man. And that's why kids are growing up so fucked up these days. Because of adults, all the shit that they're going through and they're just acting out on a lot of shit they're going through. So, I just hate to see families break up. So anyway, letters. First one is from Tracy. Tracy says, what do you have against swingers? I don't have anything against swingers, Tracy. It's just not for me. I don't give a fuck. I don't care about swingers. I don't have anything against swingers. I don't know how you can say that. But it's definitely not for me. I can't lay on the bed, and watch another man fuck my wife. That's not going to happen. Okay. While another dude fucking my wife or putting his dick in her mouth. Oh yeah, honey. I'm gonna jack my dick. That's not me. It's not gonna happen. Now, if that's your thing, then that's cool. That's you. But I'm just saying that's not for me. I can't watch another man fuck my girl. That'll never happen. That'll never be okay. So, and Tracy, I don't know why, but it sounds like you might be a swinger. And that's one thing I notice about some swingers, not all, but some swingers, if you're not in agreement with the swinger lifestyle, it's like you're closed-minded or some shit. And that's not the case. Just because I'm not into getting my wife fucked by somebody else doesn't mean I'm closed-minded. It just means I don't want somebody else to fuck my wife. It's that simple. But I noticed that with some swingers, not all. Some swingers will tell you, well, different people, it's not for you, man. That's cool. Some people will be on that tip, and that's cool. But some people will be like, you're not swingers, then you're closed-minded. You need to wake up. And I don't like that shit. That's not my thing. So don't try to push it on me. So it's not that I don't like swingers, Tracy. It's not my thing. Okay. Next one is from Bobby. Bobby says, a girl I had a one-night stand with last Christmas says that her son is mine. The DNA test came back 99% positive, but I still don't believe it's mine. Is there anything I could do to fight this? Well, Bobby, I say the only thing that you can do to fight this is to ask the mother who, the mother of the child, if she has a Cash App or does she, want a check or cash. Because, it's yours, bro. 99%? That's your son. What are you talking about? Anything you can do? What? Yeah, get your checkbook ready. Get your checkbook ready. I told y'all motherfuckers, y'all don't listen. Y'all don't listen to me. I told you, if you listen to me, it'll save y'all from a lot of headache. You fucked it on Christmas Day, so I guess y'all got together on Christmas Day and, you done a lot of dumb shit. You fucking without a condom and all that kind of nothing all in her. Knowing you don't want to be with her. Now you done got her pregnant. Now you got to pay, man, for 18 years. You have to pay. And if you listen to my episode that I had last year that I specifically said, don't do shit that you're going to regret. Don't be fucking or don't get fucked without protection and get pregnant or get someone pregnant and a consequence that you're going to have to live with for 18 years, financially anyway. So, there's nothing you can do, man. Just get your checkbook ready. And, or if she got a Cash App, maybe that. But it's nothing you can do, bro. It's yours. Okay? Next time, listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me. I tell you motherfuckers to listen. Y'all don't listen. And then when you get in trouble, then you come asking me questions. It's too late. Okay. I want to ask a question to the ladies. I'm just curious. Because I assume they know, but I don't know. I would like somebody to answer me. Because I see a lot of ladies, some ladies come into where I work and they wear pants where you can see, their ass, but you can see their pussies. You can see their camel toe. You can see the whole shape of the vulva. I mean, you can see the pussy. It's literally there. And I know that women have to know that you can see their pussy, their camel toes, right? I just assume that they have to know. So I'm asking, and maybe I have to put this out on a, what do you call those? I can't think of the damn survey. When you see a woman with a camel toe, is it on purpose or is it just she got a fat pussy and she says like, fuck it, it's there, nothing I can do. I'm gonna wear my yoga pants, but there's nothing I can do. I got a fat pussy. Or is it like, okay, I got to get somebody, let me wear these pants up my pussy so I can attract somebody. And I always assume that they have to know that. I always assume they know, but I don't know if that's the case. So somebody, a woman, of course, can answer me on that or email me or whatever. Is it on purpose? Are they trying to catch someone, or is it just that, you got a fat pussy and you like, well, it is what it is. They just have to see it. So I like to know. I'm curious. All right, let's get into this week's episode. Why are people avoiding relationships? Why are people avoiding relationships? I seen a passage in a group that I'm a part of on Facebook, and somebody asked a question. How did it go? It went like, if you're not, something like, it asked a question, are you ladies? It specifically asked, it didn't say ladies. It said, are you happy with being out of a relationship and why? Somebody just asked a general question. And nobody answered but women. And I think I'm going to change the title. Why are women avoiding relationships? I think I'm gonna change that title. Because women are the only ones that answer the question, and a lot of women, most of the women saying that they're not in a relationship because they, and since they're not in a relationship, they feel much happier, less stressed, a carefree life. Life is beautiful. No hassles. It's just such a better life for being alone and not being in a relationship. And I think, I personally think those women are full of shit. And that goes to the episode that I did a couple of months back, where a lot of women are walking around, that are sexually deprived and alone, and they're crazy as hell, right? But they don't know it. It's been so long that they've been without, sex or someone with a caring attitudes towards them to, they don't know that they're crazy. And that's why so many women are hard to deal with, because they don't know they're crazy as hell. They're walking around thinking they're okay, but they're not. So when I see all these women writing, actually post, it was more than 100 comments on this string, and all of them were women. No boyfriend, and I'm very happy. No man, and I'm okay, been okay for 4 years. No man, and I'm not looking for one. What kind of shit is that? What kind of society are we living in? And I'm thinking, like, why do so many women feel that they don't need to be in a relationship? And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that just because a woman is not in a relationship right after another one, that it's not, sometimes a woman needs to heal, or a guy needs to heal, right? But if you listen to these women, it's like they'll never need a man. And that's bullshit. Come on, ladies. Really? And I did an episode a few months ago, and I told you that that's not how it works. You need men, ladies. Men need women. That's just the way it goes. There's no way around that. And I don't know, it seems like women, they have, one thing I noticed about a lot of women, they have one bad, or a couple, or many bad relationships or dealings with men. So they generalize everybody. Some guy who, they fucked them over, and they think all men are just the same. All men aren't shit. But ladies, if you had 10 bad dealings with men, then that 11th one might be King Arthur. He might be the one. So that bothers me, a lot, when women always saying that, I'm tired of men. The men take me through shit. I'm tired of men doing all this shit to me, cheating on me, doing all this thing. Because you don't hear men saying that shit. Men get dogged too. Okay? It's not a one-way street. We get dogged. We get dogged by women. Women do dumb shit to us as well. But you don't never see a man saying, fuck women. Fuck all women, I'm done with them. Hell no, you don't see that shit. And if you do, something is wrong with that motherfucker. Something's not right with him. He needs to be Baker acted, because he's not playing on the full deck. But you don't see a sane man saying, fuck all women, I'm done with them, after a bad relationship. No. Only women do that. And I know I'm going to piss some people off, but I don't give a fuck about pissing nobody off. Especially black women. Black women really is hard on their men. I'm not saying that the other races are not. but I'm saying black women are very hard when they have bad relationships or bad relations with men, and all of a sudden all men are fucked up. All men are dogs. All men cheat on you. All men are fucking idiots. All men are fucking no good. And, women don't want to be generalized. They don't want to be generalized like, you fuck one hoe, then don't call me a hoe. I'm not a hoe. And they don't want us to generalize them. But they generalize men. When they have bad relationships with men, they say all of them fucked up. I don't want none of them. So you have a lot of women walking around. They don't want a relationship. They're not looking for one. And they're allegedly happier without a relationship. And we all know that's not true. That's not true. That's not the way we were built. That's not the way human beings were supposed to be existing on this planet. It's supposed to be men. It's supposed to be with a woman. You need someone to love you. You need someone to care for you. You need someone to protect you. You need someone to fuck you. You need someone. That's the bottom line. You weren't put on this earth to be a solo person. How many old maids do you see in your old neighborhoods? Like women who never get married. The ones that I remember in my neighborhoods, they were always miserable, always mean. Like the women who never got married, they're always mean. And I know that's why they were mean. They look around and they see other women happy with their families and kids running around, and or just a husband, not necessarily has to have kids, because some women or some couples don't want to have kids. So I'm not saying you have to have kids, but just another person. Those people are always miserable. I don't know why women walk around trying to pretend like they're much happier alone. It's a facade. It's not true. It's a big lie. So why do women try to, put off this, this image like, they don't need a man and they're happier without a man, and they're not looking for one, they're enjoying their independence, when that's bullshit. So that's why you have all these women walking around crazy as hell, and they don't know it. And because it's simple, they need someone to care for them. They need someone to protect them. They need someone to have their back. The right person. I'm not saying any knucklehead. See, that's what, women walk, they go out and they get some knucklehead who fuck them over, and then they say, you see, I told you that's why I don't want men. They're all shit. They're all no good. No. Get a good guy, not any knucklehead. And sometimes the good guy doesn't necessarily look like Denzel. Do you hear me? Sometimes the good guy doesn't necessarily look like Brad Pitt. Sometimes the good guy doesn't necessarily make six figures. Sometimes the good guy isn't necessarily 6'5", So, you hear what I'm saying, right? So, what is wrong? Why so many women basically so many women are fighting happiness. And I think that if one day I'm gonna when when I do get a show or something that's YouTube, so I'm going to get a panel of women, and I'm going to find them. We're going to find them good men, good men. Do a study where they get good guys, not knuckleheads, and see how much more happier they would be. Because I know everybody needs somebody. I need a woman. Women need men. That's the way it goes. There's no way around that. I'm not happier because I'm not in a relationship. That's bullshit. So women need to stop saying that shit. They're not happier because they're not in a relationship. They're miserable. The tears of a clown. Smiling on the outside, crying on the inside. That's what they are. So anyway, so many women saying they don't need relationships. So many women are saying they don't need men. I think that shit needs to stop. I think when the day that women actually say that they need us and they know they need us and they want to find a good man, not any knucklehead, a good man that's going to do them or treat them like they need to be treated. And I challenge any women out there, the women that are listening and saying they don't need a man and they're independent, they make money and they don't need a man and blah, 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 and all that bullshit. I challenge you to get a good man, a good man. And like I said, a good man might not look like Denzel. A good man might not look like me. A good man might not look like Brad Pitt. And I keep using these motherfuckers because, you know them. But what I'm saying is, the so-called heartthrobs of Hollywood and shit. So a good man not necessarily going to look like that. A good man not necessarily going to make six figures. A good man not going to be tall all the time. So when you're looking for a good man, you should open your mind. Stop getting knuckleheads treating you the bad way and then saying, fuck all men. That's not the way to go. Because if you keep going this way, you will end up in old folks' home with me. And you don't want to do that because I'm going to really have some fun with you. We're going to be eating our Jell-O. We're going to be eating our soup and all that kind of stuff. And you're going to be doing some things while we doing that. So I already accepted my fate. I'll be in the old folks' home. You don't want to be in there with me. Trust me. So ladies, stop doing that shit. Stop saying that shit. Stop saying you don't need a man. Stop saying you happier without a relationship and it's the best thing that you're doing. Since you no hassle and you have a much better life and less stress. Stop saying that bullshit because that's what it is. Bullshit. You need a man. You need a relationship. You need someone in your life to love you, to hold you, to protect you, to fuck you. You need someone. All right, that concludes an episode of the XY Show. Be sure to check out any episodes that you missed previously. You can go to www.thexyshow.com. You can see all of my previous episodes. You can also see my social media presence there. I'm on Twitter, Tumblr, Facebook, and Instagram. And you can also join the Patreon that I have there. You can go to the store, buy a t-shirt, show me how much of an X and Y that you are. Or you can say hello and send me a note like some of you already do. So without further ado, I will see you on Friday. Yeah, I'll be on time next time. Trust me. And I guess that's it. So I want you always to remember, You cannot have love without X and Y. Later.
You've been listening to The X and Y Show with your host, Roosevelt Colbert, the place where real relationship issues are talked about and addressed. Join us next time. You can now put your clothes back on. Or not.